This video is made for adult collectors because I think that's enough airplane travel for me for the next, like, a bajillion years. Don't worry, this is the last time you're gonna see me in front of the camera for a while. I don't like being on camera. But I have one more trip I have to talk about that I went on in toys and things, because TFcon LA happened a few weeks ago and I'm just now getting to it. We went to a mall and we watched a fight, but like a boxing match that just happened in the middle of the courtyard of this giant designer mall, and security came to stop them several times and they just wouldn't stop and they kept boxing. This went on for like a good 10 minutes. There's another laundry basket here full of stuff. So I went to TFcon LA again this year because I've been going for the last 3 years, I want to say. Yeah, I think it's the last 3 years. But I went there with my friends Andrew, who went with me the first year, and my friend Callie. And here's a photo of Callie on the plane holding all of our garbage. The flight itself was fine. Andrew made a gin and tonic on the flight because he felt like it, I don't know. And then he watched Curious George. He's a creature. But right off the gate, I was picked up by my friend Dennis from TikTok, this Dennis, and he handed me multiple things that I had bought from him, to like things he ordered in the States because they were cheaper there, and then he handed to me. And they were Devastation B and Orion packs.
We do better.
Oh. But the first day of the trip wasn't going to the convention because we landed on the Tuesday. So we went to the Peterson Automotive Museum. But I also saw this ad for an insurance company in the States. We don't have this insurance company here. They had Bumblebee in it and Shaq. Not a combination I ever expected to see. We did drive past the Netflix building. We saw a bunch of the self-driving Waymo cars, which was weird. They're weird. And then we went to the museum and we saw a ton of cars, and I took the best photo I think I've ever taken in my life. But I did see Mirage, which was very cool. That car's a lot smaller in person than I thought it was gonna be. And 2 Bumblebees, both the old Camaro and the 2009 version of the 2007 concept car, because it's got the splitter and stuff on it. But then I committed the cardinal sin of buying a smart TIE Fighter, because these are not available in Canada and they're terrible. But then Dennis's friends took me out, took myself and my friend Jamie out. We went to IHOP, we went to a couple stores. Balls. And then there's my friend Cam, my friend Jamie, and my friend Greg at this one like nerd shop we're at, looking at a picture, trying to figure out whether or not it was AI generated art. And it's just really funny, the 3 of them going to inspect it. And then the Friday of the convention, I think this was the Friday of the convention, we went to Bricks and Minifigs, where Dennis was handed a one-piece Labubu.
Goofy got Brooke, Frankie. If I get Law, I'm actually gonna kill you on the spot. Zorro, Jimbei. Okay, so the Straw Hats, and then Sabo and Law for some reason. Okay, this is. Yeah, you might want to start running depending on who I get.
No, I'm gonna keep my distance.
Ain't no way this box is beating my ass right now.
Tear it!
I did. Hold on, we're going in from the bottom now. I'm guessing that this, yeah, no, I got Sanji, hold on, wait, it's actually based. Oh my, if I go home with this thing, my little sister is going to fucking kill me.
You're welcome.
Thank you, I very much. Look at this fucking shot, look at him.
I saw my Bionicle Holy Grail, this awesome Exoforce set, and then now it's actual convention, the thing that you wanted to see. Someone in the lobby was trying to sell a Splendid Convoy and Ultra Magnus. That must have been expensive. I think I asked how much, but I don't remember. We waited in the lobby for a while, catching up with people I hadn't seen in a little bit, and people coming over saying hi, taking photos. Somebody else had Taki on the table, because I forgot, I left mine in the hotel room, and people were flocking towards it. It was kind of cool. But then eventually we were allowed in, and there was a whole bunch of cool stuff like that gigantic Metroplex and some 3.0 prototypes of stuff that hasn't come out yet, as well as this $35,000 US Lucky Draw Optimus, which was nuts. But then the first purchase I made at TFcon, I believe this was the only thing I bought that day, I gotta get him out of the basket, was this Wild King Dragon dude whose name I forget, and a couple other Wild King guys, just to sort of fill out the combiner aspect of it. This was like one of the hot commodities at TFcon. A lot of people were looking for this, and there were a lot of booths that had it, but a lot of people were also looking for this, and nobody had anything related to metal cardbots, which was a shame. There was a metal cardbot cosplayer. That was cool. I need to put the dragon down somewhere, or he's gonna go on the floor. Oh, my friend Dennis also handed me this because this was $12 in the States. I already have one of these, but I'm missing the arrow and a couple of faces, so it's nice to have an actual fresh one. And then my friend Jamie, he gave me this, as well as the black and gold 3-0 Iron Man, which I left in the other room, but he gave me that and this. And my friend Greg handed me these, well, specifically the White Lion and the Home Depot train, because they were the last two I needed to complete this entire toy line. I now have everything. Well, almost everything aside from like a couple of the exclusive little trains who are on this side. I don't know if that's in shot. But the next day, we saw this really cool, like half 3D printed Unicron on the ground in the lineup. And there was so much cool stuff. There was a HasLab Unicron on display. We saw Jobby. I got to say hi to him again, which said hi quite a bit. I was invited out to dinner with Jobby, but it ends up they were going to a restaurant that I was allergic to, so I had to back out, which, you know, that's no one's fault. The exclusive did look cool, but I didn't really care about it that much. But then Sam's Forge, you know, Sam's Forge, of guy who designs all these cool animated figures online, he bought, for some reason, this tiny tidal wave. And it's designed to go with the Titan tidal wave to like make all the bits that combine onto Megatron actual transforming parts, which was the original idea at the time when Hasbro was designing it, but there was like some budget constraint that they couldn't do it. At least that's from what I was told. But this tidal wave, oh my God, it was so bad.
I'm getting distracted by pictures, meaning that, you know what, I will show you the picture in a minute.
You may have this back, and I'm never touching it again.
How dare you be so mean to my stupid son?
Then I met up with Paper Plane, who looks extremely happy in this photo. We went and got sandwiches from a place called Togo's across the street. It was so good. Dennis also handed me this stupid Nitro Zeus again, which, oh my God. And then Jobby signed an In-N-Out gift card. That was funny. Person wanted to get an autograph, but didn't have anything to get signed. So Jobby was like, can you sign this In-N-Out gift card? And he did. It was hilarious.
Okay. 6, 7.
You're a dingus.
Fuck you.
All right, someone's gonna close their eyes and walk across the street doing 6, 7.
Dennis, what have you done?
Jesus. This is unpleasant.
Dennis from TikTok, what have you done?
Don't call me Dennis from TikTok.
You're Dennis from TikTok.
Don't call me Dennis from TikTok.
But then the final day of the convention was more or less just the same thing, you know, walking around shopping, just buying some last minute items, seeing Starscream on a cross. But I did get some things. So I bought this. I really like this thing. I also picked up, she's not in the box, but I picked up a Missing Link RC. My friend John found me the Perceptor that comes with Ramhorn and Ratbat, you know, the one with the brand new torso, which, by the way, the entire torso is on the brown sprue for Ramhorn. I also did pick up Action Toys Machine Robo Leader 1 because I've always wanted this thing. It's pretty neat. It has a couple of weird oddities. It feels very fans project, and there's a reason for that. But it is still pretty cool nonetheless to have like a masterpiece GoBot. We all know the story about this because I've already told it because I made a video on it, but I did find one of these thanks to my friend John for finding it during the closing hour of the convention. And I think that's everything I bought. I'm looking in the basket, and I think that is, we had the panel. The panel was nuts. This is the lineup for the panel for people filing in to come and see us talk about random things, and then the room got filled. It was a lot. It was insane. Once the panel was done though, my friend Andrew, who was in the audience, could not stop thinking about the Green Goblin helmet he saw in the show floor. So as soon as it was done, him and my friend Callie ran to the dealer hall, and I'm still catching up with people outside of the panel room. They're taking photos of me, asking me questions that they couldn't ask during the thing. And as usual, I'm terrible at answering questions. I turn around, I'm like, where is Andrew? Where'd they go? And I see him coming down the hallway, big smile on his face, and massive Green Goblin box. And then Callie put the plastic bag in the box on his head for some reason. I don't know.
Not trying. Why bother? Oh God, it's hot as shit in here.
Take that off. I did buy a Haya Toys Godzilla, the one that like lights up. I had pre-ordered it at EB Games and they canceled my pre-order because the vendor decided not to send them their stuff for some reason. So I saw it there for $60. I was like, yes, I want this. I opened it up, missing a foot. Missing a foot. The whole thing just not in the box, not on the floor, didn't fall out, nothing. My friends and I looked for it, couldn't find it. Thankfully, the guy took it back. He returned it and gave me my money back, which is fantastic. And I bought the cassette Ramhorn. And then we just kind of went to the bar and had fun, hung out. John opened his Jeffrey Optimus, and it was a fun time catching up, but I was tired at that point. Why?
Let's be clear, I also think this sucks without upgrades.
I hate this.
This is awful.
It's terrible. I was gonna open Nemesis and then I could do the evil Nemesis combination.
Dennis from TikTok, how was your TFcon?
Pretty good. I got this guy and like all of his buddies, and I got this. I didn't get this guy or this guy, but I got the rest of them. And then I got like a baggie full of stuff, and then I cannot be stopped. It is a problem at this point.
Explain it to me like one of your white girls.
Okay, so basically, right, what happened was I spent way too much money, and I blame him entirely.
It is your fault.
And then every year at TFcon, there's the ceremonial Olive Garden visit, where at the end of the show, we go to Olive Garden, all of us, and just sort of eat and hang out. I had the best pasta I've ever eaten in my life. And here's Callie, dead after eating his food. Whole thing in your mouth right now, go.
Oh, yeah. Use it? Oh, okay. That's getting worse. We'll figure it out.
And the final day was going with Paper Plane and friends to Hollywood Boulevard, seeing the stars, seeing Michael Bay's handprints on the ground. His feet are really small. Those shoe prints are not exactly huge. And then going to the world's worst wax museum. Probably as bad as that one from that episode of the Grand Tour where they go and laugh their asses off. Now I could talk about the things that I was given, like the gifts that people handed to me, because people do that. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Oh, I forgot to mention I did buy this. I bought Kian's comic. This cover was drawn by my friend Aiden. So I have that, and I haven't read it yet, but I have that. So I was given this giant 3D printed Teletran 1 computer thing. It's white, and I haven't painted it yet because I have to paint it. I put it, I think it's in the other room. It's not in here. I literally saw it yesterday. Now I'm concerned. What? Oh, there it is. I found it. Here it is. This computer thing I have to paint, but this was given to me by someone named Pierce. So thank you very much to Pierce for handing me this. Then I bought a Studio Series Leadfoot last year or 2 years ago, and I didn't get the dog. So I got the dog. The guy who sold it to me, his name was _Zeus, handed me the dog. So thanks for that. Appreciate it. Oh, and then this made the entire show for me. So I'm a huge Bionicle fan. There's some Bionicles here. You know, growing up, you watch a lot of Bionicle content online, and even after it was canceled, there was a show called Reviving Bionicle on YouTube that's really fun. You should watch it. But Good Guy became a character in there, and Good Guy is an actual name of a Bionicle set, and it's really funny. Hail Denmark, all that. I've always wanted a Good Guy, but I've never actually bought one, and you can just build it with pieces that you have, but I never had the arms in that specific color. Well, someone by the name of Matthew gave me Good Guy, and this made the entire convention for me because this is I love this. I'm so happy to finally have this. It was in his pocket and I was like, oh cool, Good Guy. He's like, oh here, take it, it's yours. Okay, thanks. But yeah, this is so cool. I'm so super. This is the best thing I got at the whole show. But then my friend Ed gave me, it's in the other room right now, but he gave me a knockoff of the Tahoe Uniter and the bird whose name I forget, Giovanni Gentle. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. But he handed me this baggie of things. There's a Micromaster in here and a minifigure Bumblebee, and then well, the head fell off, but it's a Blocky's Jazz painted to look like me, and a me minifig holding a Tahoe, which is pretty funny. And what's funny about this is I asked Dennis to pick this up for me at Bricks and Minifigs because I wanted the Bionicle shirt, and then I get another minifig with the same shirt on. That's everything that I got. I'll put the photo of the haul on screen in case I'm missing anything, but I think that's it. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed LA this time. I had more friends show up this year, which means there's gonna be less of my friends showing up at Toronto, which is fine. Toronto's like the chill version of TFcon, so you just go there to hang out. But I'm probably not going next year. It is expensive, and tacking on the China trip on top of that made it like even more expensive. So if I do, the thing is I might do China again next year. And if I do, I don't want to have to spend all that money again in March. But I had a lot of fun this year. It was great. I picked up a lot of cool stuff. Not as much as I normally would, but I had to be space conscious. If you went, I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't go, maybe next year. There's also TFcon Toronto and TFcon Orlando. I think it's Orlando this year. So there's plenty of options. There's also TF Nation in the UK if you want to go to that. But yeah, again, I don't know how to end these. This watch is really sweaty. I'm gonna go.